Y'all know what it is, your boy Big Boosie. Y'all know what it is. It's go time. I'm gonna call you right back. It's getting crazy out here in the world, man. It's very crazy out here, man. And it's almost sad that it's confusing, you know. Get straight to it. Y'all seen Big U's post today with him saying that everything those allegations against him is false allegations. He didn't do nothing that the FBI is accusing him of. He said there's 20 people locked up. He said and some of the people that's locked up, he don't even talk to them no more. He ain't talked to them in over a year. And how they gathered all these people up. And see, this the crazy thing, man. They get our big face figures and they gather a bunch of people up that ain't got nothing probably to do with each other or certain things, which they're gonna say this person did this with you at this time, this other person did this, and but to us it looked like they all connected. And then they get them all down there, and then they hoping that they cop out to whatever they are charged with and don't want to go the distance of the trial or the case itself. So it's all a mind thing, and a lot of people that have big time on their hand can't even take chances with playing with the government when you are charged with certain things. So, like he said, a lot of y'all guys be listening to these guys up here on the internet that be telling their business. A lot of guys be liking it and entertaining it, which keeps them type of guys going up. Keep going on YouTube. Epic Eric, what up? It keeps the guys going on YouTube because they getting these likes and people watching it because on YouTube the best YouTube channels is the ones with all the gossip and all the talking about other people and talking about people business, and us as black people, we nosy. And we love to see drama. Every time, even growing up, when it was time, the two people we know about to fight after school, we break our neck to get out there before them two get out there so we get a good space to watch the fight. For real, for real. Elijah Wyeth says Sugar Hill legend. Facts. Appreciate you. So, we want to get out there and be nosy. And so this internet stuff, when y'all going up there talking your business and talking about what another person was doing, and it tears them down. That basically is like building the case. It's basically like a phone that's wiretapped. All of the above. And the craziest part is, man. Okay, Elijah Doozy, brother. What up, man? Salute to you. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Salute to you. So, going up there, speaking all that talk, and just, basically building a case. I'm on live, Black. I'm gonna hit you right back. Yeah. Yeah. So that only builds a case for another person and such as yourself. Now we seen Loose Cannon and Brick Baby got involved, got locked up in that whole situation. Brick Baby and Loose Cannon was beefing with each other, and I was shocked. I seen on No Jumper that they was together chilling and talking. We thought they was going to war, and all of a sudden they cool, which is a good thing. I recommend that people that be beefing, if y'all was once cool, y'all could work it out, be cool. You don't got to get to no gunplay and killing each other. I'm with that. Then you also see that you see that what I was about to say, my bad. Oh yeah, and it was a thing where Loose Cannon was mad at Whack 100 and that OG Deuce, OG 600 or whatever, saying something about Big U, which is Big U, which Big U is Loose uncle, and Loose Cannon always was going in on Big U with telling stuff, how they was extorting people, and um, After they extort him and do whatever slick moves they did to him and get the money, an hour or two later, the people knocking at Big U door, he saying, wow, how they knew where we was at. And it was all a setup play for Big U to tell him he gonna get their money back, and he say he gonna give him 40,000 back and all that, you know? Time Lions, what up? So he act like he was mad with them by saying something about Big U is going to jail or something about Big U. Which, if you love your family member, you know you're gonna get mad. But we was thinking all along he was mad at his uncle because he was always woofing on him every day, calling him soft and sweetie and all the above. And he defended his uncle at that point in time. Now, when it all comes down, a few days later, now they all got an indictment, man. El Blizz, salute, champ. Now they all is locked up down there, man. This is crazy. It's crazy, man. But what shook me up is 600 is online, showing that he was a part of the police, showing his badge, his gun, showing that he got a chain from the police for doing good work. He putting it out there before anybody can start calling him a rat and all of the above, man. It's like when you're an ugly person, you start rapping and calling yourself ugly. You know, God bless the dead, like Biggie Small did. He said, black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the socks, ring with rocks, ring and watch filled with rocks. Meaning, now y'all can't call him ugly because he admitting it, but he fly. So now 600 is a rat, and we, you know, who gonna go online calling him rat because he don't care? Who knows it now? And this is what I call us against us. It's not us against the police no more. It's us against us out here. I've been saying it for years, and that's why I've been saying the streets is dead. You never know who up under you is leaving out your house or wherever y'all finish hanging out at and calling and reporting, or leaving and going meeting with the police, and then wake up the next day and meet back where the crew be at, and never knew that he went to meet with the police and was giving them all y'all daily information. And the police don't work no more. They just get paid, man. Epic Eric said he don't think Big U coming home. Well, if he beat the case, we can't say he ain't coming home. It sounds good when the police reading it off on the paper. But once his lawyers start breezing through it and see what's going on, they can say, oh, well, they lied here. They ain't got you on this. They saying you was over here, you met with so-and-so. He could say, and it might be true that he didn't meet with the person, and he could say, man, I was over in my aunt's house. I got a timestamp with it. That's going to prove that wrong. So it's going to be a scuffle of the case. It's federal. So it's going to take a minute for it even hit trial, man. 2 years and all that. What we need to say is we're going to see if he got a bail. If he get a bail for what he's locked up for. That's what we got to worry about, or got to see, because we don't have nothing to worry about when it comes to that. I'm just saying. Tom Line says somebody has to do a deep dive into Adam, Vlad, and Whack 100. All the drama on the internet comes from that side of the country. You heard? Well, Vlad was in New York. When I did my Vlad interview, me and Unique Mega Audio, we was in New York doing it. And I think he started in New York. He just moved over there. Inner Native LaFool said Big U has done all his BS caught up to him. I can't dispute that one, homie. If that everything they saying is true, then yeah, you might be right, because you can't extort no stores and for years and make them pay you every week. People gonna get tired of that, man, and they definitely gonna tell. So if he was doing stuff like that, then I'm sure it's going to be a bunch of witnesses against him with that. So that extortion is a big charge. And it's like the feds, man. Big U is finished. He hit with a RICO, and they got him as the leader. Yeah, that's deep. He said Vlad from the Bay. The feds definitely don't play no games. They ain't gonna get you for no reason. That's a fact too. But I know a few people that did beat the feds also more than one time. So that's why I say it all depends and how far you want to go with it with the feds. Most people are scared to be the battle against the feds. Then you got some that just know the game and like it is what it is. I'd rather take it to trial and get a chance to come back and fight on an appeal. But when you cop out to the Fed or any charge, there's no appeal, no coming back. So it's all up to who's willing to gamble with them people, especially if you already got a criminal record. So yeah, that's a fact. So that RICO charge is crazy, but like I said, it's us against us now, man. There's no more us against the police when we out there in the mean streets. Because we don't know who is up under us working. And that's why I left the streets alone years ago. Because I ain't got time to even be worrying about none of that stuff. It's other ways to get money out here. This YouTube is one. Throwing parties is another one. Stay consistent. Create a clothing line. Do some movies. I got some movies on Tubi. Make sure y'all go check it out. A Polished Soul on Tubi, man. Lenator said, imagine though, how old is Big U? Like 50? About 60, I think. He said, then they throw him 20 years in the pen. That's it. He lost his freedom. Yeah, that's a fact, man. He said, what do you think about them bringing up the donations from the pro athletes being used? And that's a tricky one. They were saying LeBron James and Draymond Green was giving money like 20,000 or something for those donations, and he's Big U saying he utilized some money to take care of his bills, which was appropriate, according to him. But if he did utilize that money for his own reasons, trips and all that other stuff, and did use it for the kids, that's crazy. The Rail Mason said, you was Big L homeboy, right? Yes, indeed. That was my brother. Family, God bless him. You was on the Queen's Flip show talking about Alpo, right? Facts. That's me. I told people I was talking about Alpo when he was alive, but you know, they can't put me in that category of people that wasn't. Adrian Bronner, facts. They said he had him under pressure, extorting him. Shaq, yeah, I said Shaq. And he said also Wiz Khalifa. I didn't hear Wiz's name, but that's what's up. And if he was basically taking all that money and not doing what he supposed to do with it, and they got actual proof of that, this ain't gonna be a good day. And they saying just for one of those charges is 20 years. They say all of them. So if it's just something him facing 20, the feds might give him a cop out to about 10 years, maybe 5. But damn, man, that's crazy, man, that age bracket that we would think like that. Yeah, Tom Lyons, that's nasty work, boy. It's nasty work. The end of the day, Iron Native said, the end of the day, the kids in the community are the ones affected by this. That's a fact. Because if they really wasn't getting the money that was appropriately sent to them, then that's not cool, man. That's not cool. And big as we want to support a brother or a man, and I should say a black man that was doing the right thing for kids, but didn't do the right things for kids, and we can't support that. Because kids is important, man. Epic Eric said, the intent did this or the internet did this. If this is true statements, then the internet didn't just do it. He did it to himself, man. And that's not cool, bro. That's like you taking kids out of, food out of babies' mouths, man. And yeah, and his son, they said was a good player on that, I think it was a football team or something, right? Basically, Mike could go pro. I'm wondering how would that affect him? Tom Lyons said, what do you think about the NFL career for his son? That'd be crazy, man. they might be biased towards him, not wanting to bring him in, no matter how good. He could probably be the best, man. And they probably wouldn't want to bring him in to play, play on one of the teams. I hope that doesn't affect his son. Hopefully his son don't think with, doing bad things, bad intentions, breaking laws and all that, and is a good kid, that somebody can vouch for him. His son was getting harassed by the FBI and cops and people tagging him on social media. Damn, man. That's deep, man. That's deep. That's deep, man. So, the things that we do out here affect our kids, man. The things we do affect our kids. That's wild. I feel sorry for him, man. I feel sorry for his son, because that's not cool. Yeah, it sucks all the way around, man, because now it's really kids is involved. And, when you got kids involved, that turns this to like a real disaster, man. A real disaster. Like, man, I feel sorry for the kids that's affected by this, dog. And hopefully, it'd be a better outcome for his son, and people realize, that his son is not a part of what he did. But they said we are the ones that take on our father's sins, and we have to pay for it. And who Charleston White was just saying that, and quoting from the Bible. Iron Native said, not having your father there is crucial to growing up, right? Yep, it's a fact. It's bad enough. Fathers are out here, but the mothers is not with them, and sometimes some mothers hold the kid back from them, and the kid grew up messed up. Some fathers is out here and just don't even be, supporting their kids, and the kids grow up messed up, and it's crazy. It's full pressure on Black influential men in our community lately. That's my point. That's my point. Our Black men that's big out here, you gotta walk like you walking on glass, man. He said, Epic Eric said, LA must change their politics, that checking in stuff. Yeah, you got to check in and all that. That's a form of extortion. And Darrell Mason said, you can't tell me Nipsey ain't know nothing about, Big U didn't know anything about Nipsey killing. That's a big one circulating allegedly around as well. So, and then you got that little boy, which stayed with Big U, that died. They found him in the mountains over in Vegas, and they saying Big U had his skin was up under the young boy's nails when they found him. That's crazy. Darrell Mason said LA politics will never change. You know why? Because they're young guys that think like Big U as well, and they don't. They doing their own thing. They don't care about what the OG's saying and telling them until they find out the hard way. And that's in any city, any state that's tough. And that's just how it is with growing up. And it's hard because it needs to start at the bottom. When it comes to our kids learning, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. But when they go outside, they get around their friends, and they friends is doing the same sneaky thing away from their parents. And then they get caught up in something, then they want to call the parents, they don't got money to bail themselves out, nothing. So, they learn that, and it turns into a process, getting, in and out of jail, especially they don't got strict laws for young kids. So a spank on the hand ain't nothing. They get back out and chill for a little while. When that little, fear of going to jail go away, they back outside doing something once again. I can say that because I was one of them kids growing up. And that's the crazy thing. The two big pillars on the news, Puffy in New York and LA with Big U. Facts. LA politics been like that since Death Row Records. Suge was extorting rappers. Yep. And now they got Puff in there, but you know it got quiet right now for Puff. They saying that since Jay-Z, uh, when they tried to sue Jay-Z and that with that lawyer, they got that lawyer fired and disbarred. He can't even practice in New York. That kind of brought some leverage to Puff way. And if y'all notice, you don't see people online no more saying that no Diddy, like no homo or pause. They started saying no Diddy. You don't hear people saying too much of that no more. They done got quiet with that. So they saying, I don't know, he might kind of got a green light. Like he might get up out of that one. What he in, because, you know, it's crazy. Betha visiting Puff. Who was Betha? Mason Betha? They said Mace visited Diddy. I ain't hear about that. That'll be interesting. They say Whack 100 looks suspect. Everybody's saying that. Jar Eater said it's his birthday. But yeah, if Mace did, and you know him and Mace had they gripes. So if he went to visit him, that was a deep one. I love to be a fly on the wall about how that visit went. I love to see what Mace even talking about that. For real. That's crazy. Oh, he brought it up on the podcast with Killer? Wow. I got to go and check that one out. That's wild. Damn. Darrell Mason said these stories on Preacher. Not really. Preacher son was my homeboy until, you know, he got locked up. He did it, went bad and went sour, but that was my homeboy. But he used to hang out with us all the time. Only stories I got, he used to try to bring guns to us to see if we wanted to buy them. And then when we got older and found out what his father was doing, we like, oh, yeah, he was trying to bring us guns that was dirty that people got killed with from his father. Like, that's crazy. Thank God nobody ever bought none of them guns. That's the only story. Well, I got another one with Preacher Brother. My homeboy wanted to fight. He swung and Preacher Brother tall. My boy was like short, about 5'9". Had to jump up. He jumped up and swung on Preacher Brother one time, trying to fight him, and we didn't know who it was, and we found out, and he still was wilding, like talking about he want to fight him. But you know, we nipped that in the bud. We was young boys at that time, but I don't got no stories of Preacher. But I'm going to tap in, man, with y'all about this Big U situation to let y'all know. Anybody out there doing whatever y'all doing, it ain't looking good. If you get to a certain level in life and you still doing wrong, they gonna bring you down, bro. They gonna bring you down because they don't want to see a black man get nowhere. Darrell Mason said, "Shaka." That's that. I don't know. His name is Sid. But when he was in jail, I seen videos on him. They called him Shaka now, so I don't know where that name came from. But he's known for Sid hanging out with us like every day. But yeah. Why ain't nobody say, Lamar Green said, why ain't nobody say anything about Randy Love saying Poe killed Stan? I don't know. That's a good one, man. But I don't quote me, and I don't think Poe killed Stan. I don't know. I don't think Poe killed Stan. But nobody never found out who did that. But I don't think Poe was around to be able to do that at this point in time. Poe had left when people started eyeballing him for certain stuff. I think he started hiding in D.C. or something. Yes, and informers everywhere, man. Epic Eric said, that's crazy. Timeline said, what do you think the best way for a man in our community to stay on the right path without resorting to the streets? Like I said, there's a lot of things out here that can be done. YouTube is one. Go get a job first of all. Just find something that you like doing. Make shirts. Make shirts. Uh, if you are crafty with something, if you can sing, do some music. Um, what else? Um, there's so many things online that people are doing now that you're gonna have to. Cause at the end of the day, everybody go to jail. You can hustle forever. You can extort people and do dirt forever, but it takes the police one time to get you. And if the police is on your case, when they leave or retire or get fired, they give the case to somebody else. So your name gonna stay in that office, in that building every day till they figure out a way to get you, man. Lamar Green, yeah, I seen some stuff that Randy Love spoke out about. I didn't get to really finish seeing it. I heard him saying something about was preacher extorting Alpo, and Randy Love said, nah. I think I seen some of that. But yeah, we got to be careful out here, black men. We got to figure out other things to do, man. Get you a craft, learn something, go back to school. Because at the end of the day, you'd rather do more time going to school, learning something than doing more time and trying to learn in school, in jail. It don't make sense. You might as well go to school and learn what you need to learn out here while you got your freedom, man. Because nothing you doing is going to stay in the dark, especially when you got friends that are weak links. And even the ones that tell on you, majority of the times, be jealous of you and hang around you every day. So it's a rough one, man. El Blizz. Now, I don't know Sub-Zero. I've seen him a couple times before, but I don't know him. We need to bring the R&B back. Everybody too hard nowadays. Facts. Need to put some love out here. That's a fact. With that, that old flavor R&B, but it gotta have a swag to it. It gotta be, updated. Can't sound outdated, and nobody gonna want to hear that. Period. Only way they gonna hear it is classics that's already been popping. That's the only way. But that's a fact. But all this rough and tough stuff there's no longevity in that. You're never gonna have classics. Never. It's never gonna be longevity money. Once you're a rapper, you rap it like that, after your name die down, and rappers don't last long in the game. So if you don't get no classics, you won't be getting no royalty money. You don't get no classics, and your name go out, you're not relevant anymore. It's over. So other things a person can do is get people that know how to sing or rap, create you a label, get you a budget, see if and learn the music game and make money from selling records. And even though records don't sell as much as they used to because the streaming got it kind of messed up, at least you're doing something. You're generating a cash flow. Not only that, you get a chance to travel and make tour money, and then you get to meet other people, which will create other things for you to do as an entrepreneur. I've done it for years when I was rapping. That's how I got to know a lot of rappers, because I used to, when I was rapping, I would go ahead and book me a club and book a big rapper, bring him down, and I'll be the opening act. So I'm showing my craft, my rap skills. I'm gaining a fan base through their fan base, and I make money at the door. So I make my money back that I paid him, made money at the door to put in my pocket, built the fan base, and now I created a system which make money for me and me as an artist. And that's how it goes. Darrell Mason said, was Sid known for killing like his father? Nah, we ain't never know Sid for being no killer. He was quiet. We ain't never knew none of that. And he never, when he was on the block with us, he never really talked about stuff his pops did. That's one thing I could tell him. But yeah, that's another way to create a system of doing music, man, and putting out your artists. Make the money back. Jay-Z and them did it. They was booking artists and let Jay-Z open for them, and that's how Dame Dash and them did it. I did it first before Jay-Z. But that's the move. It's getting sad out here. A lot of our black brothers is leaving. Now, if it's true and people did stuff like that, then they have to pay. They have to do their time. It is what it is. They knew what they was doing. But if it ain't true and stuff like this is being made up, it's getting dangerous out here for us, man. Because now if just say for instance, a new artist blow up and get big as Puff, or big as just one of the biggest, celebrities out here, they gonna be targeted. And it could be one of our kids, one of our nieces or nephews. And they're gonna be targeted and made look like they are whatever they get charged with. And it might not even be true, but these police out here know how to write up that stuff and say the correct words and to make you look guilty. And that's a fact. And now what? Put us out here with public opinion. So we can't always say, what a person did. We got to just say innocent until proven guilty. Darryl Mason, okay. What I was saying about Sid, he never was no killer and wasn't killing up nothing around us. We ain't know nothing about none of that type of stuff. But he used to be on the block with us like every day. But he never spoke about what his father ever did or was doing if he did know about it. Which the way, I think some of his interviews he spoke about as if he knew about it. So he never spoke his father's business, and he was around us. We used to just be balling, playing ball, and, being on the corner, bugging out every day. You know what we do in New York growing up. That's what we did. He never was, known for, preacher's son out here tearing people up, too, killing up stuff. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't hearing about none of that. Pelly back out. Oh yeah, Pelly ain't never left. Pelly ain't never left. And I definitely got stories of my first joint. My first joint was the Corrado. Top of the line, nobody never seen it before. With the wing lift up when you go a certain miles an hour on it. Yellow joint, canary yellow. Me and my boy Charlie Moe had got them joints. And my other homie, he had got one too. All of us had yellow joints, man. And I was probably about 17, 18. That's a fact. Those are them good days, man. Those are the good days. But yeah, man, we're going to get back into it. I got some other stuff I want to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all some video footage with Styles P and Styles P and Jadakiss and my boy OG Daniel. It's gonna be brought to you by my boy Blackface. I'm gonna just show y'all some clips of it because it's on his joint. It's on his new podcast. I did an interview with him. Y'all gotta go up there. We talking about that 50 Cent and Big Meech thing. It's called The Real Podcast. Real is REEL 112. Oh no, Real Talk. Excuse me. REEL Talk 112. Real Talk Podcast. Y'all go up there, check it out. So yeah, I'm gonna be back. I'll be back, man. Darryl Mason. Now I don't know Cuff. I just ain't, and no disrespect to him, I just ain't feeling Cuff's stuff that he's saying, meaning all of it don't sound true the way he's saying it. Some of that stuff ain't sounding like Big Meech did what he did or what he said, man. So I don't know. D-Mac, what up? That's my young boy, 3B Mo Beats. That's my co-defendant. He can tell y'all all about what we used to do in them blocks. But yeah, I gotta go. I'll be back. I got some things to do. I got somewhere to go tonight. I gotta go support one of my brothers. Yeah, Big U in trouble, kid. Gotta go support one of my boys tonight. Oh yeah, and I got a big, being that we talking about the cars and all that. I got a big event coming up May 3rd with the BBS boys. They coming from everywhere. They car clubs, the chapters in Atlanta, Georgia, out of Georgia, period. Different places in Georgia, Charlotte, New York, Virginia, South Carolina. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. I want y'all to come down. It's gonna be in Raleigh and Morrisville. Morrisville, North Carolina, gonna be the car show. Morrisville, North Carolina, gonna be the car show. We doing the big after party in Raleigh. I'm doing the after party. I'm turning up. It's gonna be a Pay the Full Part 2. We just did the Pay the Full party last weekend. Oh my God, I tore it up in there. I had the crowd bouncing in there. Energy was on 1,000, and they came dressed like they was in the 80s and 90s, man. It was a great turnout. Grown people thing. We doing part 2. I might give away some money, $200 to the female with the best dress, 80s or 90s outfit, man. So we working on that. So yeah, y'all let me know if y'all could come on down, but y'all will see it on my Instagram. Y'all go on Instagram, The Real Big Boosie, BOOTSIE is how I spell mine. So yeah, y'all come on through. I'm gonna see y'all in a little bit, man. I'm gonna probably come back on tonight when I get back about 11 o'clock.